Hello and welcome back to Awake, an Alan Wake adventure. Heading into the radio station, on the run from the cops.
I hope Maine could lend me a car to get to the coal mine.
It's Lorna Miles.
Oh, hello, Lorna. What do you have for us?
Well, I just don't see why the cops bother with the trailer park.
What do you mean?
Of course you're going to have trouble in a place like that. I mean, what do you expect? The sheriff should be helping us normal citizens instead of wasting resources on those people.
Person's a real champ.
Well,
Let the trash sort themselves out. I'm sorry, but my granddaddy settled in Bright Falls in 1911.
well, thank you very much for that compassionate viewpoint, Lorna.
I just put some coffee outside under this thing. Makes sense. Let's see what Radio Man has to say, and see if I shoot him in the head.
Oh, here's a little surprise. The famous writer Alan Wake just walked in. Folks, I'm going to see if I can talk him into an interview.
Bet you can.
Come on in, Mr. Wake. Oh, I'm so glad you could find the time to do this, Mr. Wake.
Nowhere to run now, Dan Brown. You back away from me. Don't hurt.
Whoa. Everyone calm down. Put the gun down. We're all friends here, right?
Cool your jets, Nightingale. We got him.
Judas Priest!
What the hell's the matter with you? There's a civilian in there.
I'll get you yet, even if it kills me. You hear me? You hear me, H.P. Lovecraft?
That
I'd
writing thing
fallen
is
off
real
so
funny.
many cliffs it was ridiculous. That's what you get for naming a book The Sudden Stop. It was probably good I hadn't had the chance to tell Maine where I was going. I'd have to lose the cops and find my own way to the mine.
You have a sense of humor, Alan Wake.
Nightingale stared through the broken studio window into the dark woods. He turned around, started to walk out, but Maine grabbed his arm. "Young man, you almost shot me. You don't shoot off rounds at people like that. What's the matter with you?" Nightingale shook his arm free, marched out. His cheeks burned with rage and humiliation.
That Nightingale's a real dickhead. I don't like him. What I do like is flares. The poor man's flashbang. No! Dodge out of the way! That's right. I think that's what I was supposed to do. I could have flashbanged him, but... How do I change my secondary weapon? Oh, there we go. Well, those seem valuable. Let's stick with the flares for a little while. Now that I have a pistol again. You can't fuck with me. I'm in the light. Do I come back now and leave? so many axes thrown like at your head in this game. And he takes more axes to the head. It's almost like he's a fat guy with how many axes he can take to the head. I don't have tons of batteries. I don't want to use those very much. Alright. And down the train depot. Not looking forward to this coal mine necessarily. Doesn't sound like a very exciting
There was no sensible reason for the
location.
power company work lights to be here. It was almost as if they'd been left for someone like me to use.
Oh, jeez. Explode! Flashbang? No? There we go, that's what I wanted. Jesus Christ. Want to go on the tree, Alan Wake. Alright, fuck it. I could have used these lights against those guys. Probably. That's probably the correct way to deal with that puzzle or whatever. Run back here, turn on the light on them, and shoot them. In light, you can hurt them. Okay. Yeah. Oh, I did not want me to waste a shotgun round on that. Okay, though, I'm going to forgive myself for that. Not a big deal. I hate those cans. Those precious antique cans. That's right. Bunch of references piled on top of one another.
Sarah trusted her gut, and her gut said Agent Nightingale was an asshole.
Damn right.
He felt wrong, and it wasn't just the smell of stale booze. It was in the way he flashed his badge, pulled rank, the look in his eyes when he wanted answers. Where was Alan Wake? What was this about an accident? Where was his wife? And most importantly, why did she let Wake go? He wouldn't answer her questions. Federal business was all he'd say.
Legendary asshole. Okay.
Hello?
The most stubborn man I've ever met.
Alice? Alice?
Alan, I'm so afraid. It keeps me in the dark. Please help me. I look at you, Alan, and it's not you. Something else. Looking out from behind your eyes.
Alice, I'm here.
I'm so alone here. It's all gonna go to hell. You need to be careful. Cooperate.
The connection had been terrible, But that wasn't the only thing that hadn't been right with the call. She sounded wrong somehow, but she had called me.
Yeah, awfully calm.
The pipe wrenched itself loose from the bridge's steel
Ooh.
framework. Wrapped in darkness, it floated in midair, twitching. For a moment, I didn't understand what I was looking at. The heavy object lurched at me with impossible force. I threw myself out of the way, but just barely. When I turned my flashlight on it, it shook in a dark rage before it flew at me again.
I think that's a hint telling me not to use the flashlight when this happens. Because I'm going to use the flashlight. That's just how I do.
I could see a railway bridge up ahead and a warehouse of some sort on the opposite shore. I hoped I could find a car from there.
Oh, jeez.
The darkness that was pursuing me was growing stronger, and it was taking over everything in its path.
I dodged right in that one. Ugh. Having a hard time reading these ones. These
I hoped
things.
I could find
Oh,
a car
fuck.
from there.
Alright. Okay. Okay, Alan Wake.
The darkness that was pursuing me was growing stronger, and it was taking over everything in its path.
How did I dodge out of that thing? God damn it! Like you guys can see me dodging, right?
Hoped I could find a car from there.
Ugh. I don't want to have to edit in this Alan Wake video. Like that shouldn't be. That's what I'm doing.
The darkness that was pursuing me was growing stronger, and it was taking over everything in its path.
Jesus Christ. Way harder than it should have been. Nope.
I slammed the door shut right in his smug face. He pleaded for me to open the door. True to form, the asshole actually thought I would obey. I had no sympathy left, no guilt either, not for him. I took a moment to savor the scream. I bet I had a smile on my face. It was all that I had time for. The dark presence was inside the lodge with me.
Ooh. Can't wait. Ugh. Let me climb this ladder.
As a teenager, just starting to get interested in writing, Stephen King had been a source of inspiration to me. I thought about all the inanimate objects that had come to life in his books. No one is safe in a good horror story. Certainly not the protagonist. That's what makes them fun. This was anything but. The darkness could possess anything, and it was getting closer.
I don't know what's going on with the heavy-duty flashlight. Does this have more charge, it looks like? Also, you should take both of them. Imagine this is a boss fight where all this stuff comes to life. Yep. Oh, guys come to life too.
Did you call 911?
I mean, fooled there with that Resident Evil save music there for a second.
We take the facts of our existence for granted, unaware that they are merely a thin veneer of desperate self-delusion, covering a vast cosmos of madness and horror. All too often, the stars are right. In Night Springs. Tonight's episode, A Family Occasion. Journalist Alvin Derleth's trip to study the local customs of an insular community in Night Springs has been less
That's a
than
reference.
successful.
That name. August Derleth.
Until tonight.
Well, I'm glad you changed your minds about this. Ancient customs, local mythology. My editor loves this kind of stuff.
Well, Mr. Derleth, we don't want to feel like we're on exhibition. but you have demonstrated the seriousness of your intent.
Oh, I am serious. Really, just do your thing. I'll stay out of your way and observe.
Actually, I thought you could assist us. I'm afraid we are a man short. It would provide you with an intimate perspective.
Could I really?
Of course, Mr. Derleth.
Well, I guess that's the least I... What would I have to do?
Oh, here. Let me show you with a kiss.
What did you add?
Oh, Mr. Derleth, you have well pleased Nixie Perka, the dweller in flesh. Your body shall host his 1,000 young, and yours shall be glory. Shh, darling, be calm. Shh.
Alvin Derleth learned a harsh lesson. If you go looking for mythology, it may come looking for you. And such quests always bear fruit. In Night Springs.
Well, let's get some explicitly Lovecraftian stuff going on here. Got the reference to August Derleth, the guy who rescued H.P. Lovecraft's writings, a lot of them from obscurity. We got that little
The darkness surged towards me, sucking everything loose from the ground into its depths, tugging at my clothes. I saw the flare the kidnapper had dropped and threw myself towards it just as I felt my feet leave the ground. The darkness embraced me with the force of a tornado. Somehow I managed to light the flare. The darkness roared and cast me away. I fell toward the dark waters of the lake far below.
Alright, where do I find a vehicle? Do I have to jump out that window? I guess I do. Or not that window, that's still on the wrong side of the fence. Oh, there's stairs. Derp, derp, derp. No problem. There's a lot of flares that they were providing me with for that boss fight. And I'll take them all and use them to make this next area a breeze. Gonna be a little bit of a longer episode this time, just because I have a time I need to get going to do real life stuff, and figure I'll play until that comes up. So, and because I'm intrigued, I want all this crazy Lovecraft shit to happen. You know me. My love of Lovecraft is such that it'll make me keep playing past my ordinary episode length limit for this thing, but it's not enough to get me to play the Secret World. So.
I had never been this glad to see the sunrise. I had a couple of hours to get to the coal mine.
Yeah, we'll end it though. This seems like this is actually a natural ending place. So we'll go through all the cutscenes and get ready for the next action part, and then I'll leave it on a cliffhanger.
The coal mine wasn't far now.
It's pretty far. It's real far. Look at that.
Today, I would meet the kidnapper, and he would give me Alice. I wouldn't give him any other choice. A drowning man will clutch at a straw.
Good metaphor. Okay, good night, good luck. See you guys next time. I hope you guys are enjoying the every 2 week schedule for this, and I'll talk to you guys later.